Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Shenanigans. You guys all wake up safe and intact the next day. Even Rob out in the fields does not get mauled by beasts in the night. Although, that would be great. I just don't want to see Rob's new character die right away.
Why?
I want to see where he takes it. We'll see. He might die later. It's fine. No plot armor here. George provides you with a map. It looks like it's a recently hand-drawn map. The ink is dried, though. It lists a bunch of like different tunnel exits, but they're usually marked with like dead end, loops back here, and then there's an arrow, you know, with distances. And the path that he marks is pretty windy because it like goes up the Great Horn, right? So it's this like twisty uphill hike in a mine. He also warns you that there's no lighting inside. It's all dark. You'll have to bring your own source of light.
Pebbles.
Pebbles don't light things up, but that's fine. Well, go ahead.
Continual light pebbles do.
I see. I thought they were selling those in town for 10 GP each. You must be very wealthy.
I make them. Wizard.
Ah, lovely.
Hey, by the way, you want some pebbles?
How many do you have for sale?
You can sell like 10.
Well, I can buy them in town for 10. You want to sell them to me for 5?
How about 7 per? So
I'll buy 7 at 7.
All right. 49 gold.
So he shuffles around, pulls out 49 gold and hands it over.
All right,
Screw the quest. We are just continue playing Zen the Merchant. Just raiding some hobbling camp, selling all the plundered weapons, selling his stones.
You just got to get creative with your money making. You can't expect to make everything off of quests. Look at this. This is how you do it, guys. You finally figured it out.
I tried to make money off a casino empire, and yet somehow casinos weren't seen as a profitable thing.
Yeah, because you wanted like a passive income that you didn't have to roleplay for. You just wanted to be like, oh, I do this. Now I just make buttloads of money and I don't have to work at it. That's boring. I'm not interested
also
in that.
Also run by kobolds.
Yeah, it's also run by kobolds. Come on here. You did not pick trustworthy employees to run your casino. It's surprising it wasn't run into the ground.
Casinos. That was only one of the casinos. The other one was in town. In addition, I had a spider silk farm.
Which burned to the ground.
Only after I was killed.
I have to say, Casino Empire is maybe a bit overconfident for a start.
It was 2. I mean, how many? I mean, who else owns 2 casinos in this town?
Don't ask.
Nobody owns any casinos anymore. They were all shut down by the man.
What man? Sanders?
The man. The metaphorical man. Anyway.
Basement?
You guys are at the Great Horn. There is definitely this like big cave entrance. It's not a cave entrance, it's a mine entrance that leads on in. You have a map in hand. The only thing that remains for us to ask is what is your order walking through these mines? Because there are some areas where you can stand 2 side by side, some areas where you can stand all 3 side by side, but there are also going to be areas where one person has to go first. So generally speaking, who goes first, who goes second, and who's left to go third?
How much did you have to pay them for this map?
What?
How much did you have to pay them for this map?
Nothing.
They just gave it to you for nothing? Nobody gives
I
anything
sold them some
for
weapons
nothing
at a good price.
Oh god, trophies.
They're also probably hoping we're going to kill some of these creatures that are in the mine, so...
There we go. So for the price of a piece of paper, they expect us to go save their jobs.
We need to get through the way, and...
But I don't kill for free.
I give you 1 gold.
That's an insult.
Yes. I still give you 1 gold.
Why should we do their killing for them for free?
Listen, we need to get the egg.
We could just as easily go up the side of the mountain in the night. Rocks won't fly at night.
If you want to climb the side of the mountain and try to get the egg down the side of the mountain,
What's
don't
in
do
the
that
cave?
because we need that egg.
What's in the caves?
Some flying lizard things.
Did they give us our weapons and components back?
What
Yes.
things would fly inside caves where there's no room for them to
Bats.
spread their wings?
These are bats?
Bats fly inside of caves.
They're pretty small
Ooh.
bats.
Quickly in Kobold, I say undead bats. Quickly in Kobold, I say undead bats.
See, Droopy lost and found.
Alright, as for marching order, let's be honest, Droopy's the tank right now.
So how do you say to Droopy that she's supposed to go in front?
Droopy, you're the only one who really uses a weapon here. I mean, I don't think he's going to be up for sending the dog first.
He gives you like the cutest look, big eyes.
Wait a minute, hold on. How far away from the fort are we?
The fort is a few 100 feet from the cave, from the mine. It's not very far. You know, they have to make that trek every day, so they built the fort pretty close.
Alright, so could I just go back and yell, hey, can I hire a soldier?
You can, but they don't have any soldiers for hire. That's the problem. That's why they don't have the mines cleared out.
Oh, okay.
They're not just gonna send one of their miners to die at the
Can
front
I
of your
hire
line.
an NPC?
This is the point of adventuring, is doing these things.
Are there no NPCs just standing waiting for adventurers to hire them?
It goes the other way. NPCs hire PCs to do their dirty work.
I mean, there should be just
All
some poor souls that had nothing better to do, waiting for adventurers to take them with them.
Well, if you'd like, you can maybe ask around Shenanigans and then pay them to do it yourself. And then you can just sit back and be the middleman and have your entire session be like organizing jobs between people. And then dealing with the fallout of incompleted jobs or
the
jobs that
whole
have gone
problem-
wrong. Like, what game do you guys want to play here, really? Middleman Simulator 2017?
The game where we have a
yes.
tank.
You all decided to play squishies.
Alright.
I'm kinda semi-okay. Like, Droop is the only... what kind of armor are you wearing, Rob, your character?
And no armor whatsoever.
Okay, Droopy's the only one with armor. Droopy has like this brigandine which has like a metal piece on one shoulder. Just
I'm sorry, Droopy.
pebble. Oh. Just
What?
reach his hand, a pebble.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, it lights like 60 feet in front of us, but yeah. Yes.
All right.
I give you.
Why don't we each get a few of those in case we need them or we're separated?
These are my pebbles. I'll give you one.
Fine.
What's a,
Each of you write down one
Droopy goes in
pebble.
front, which is still a 2'5" kobold going in front, so you won't have any cover from her.
How far in front of you guys do you let Droopy walk?
Oh, I stayed right in front.
Like
I did not
5
move
feet?
further than 5 feet away from them.
All right, so the whole party's like clumped really closely together, walking through this mine.
I mean, it's like me behind Droopy, but I also have like a cart.
That's right. You're pulling a cart, and Carlo, are you helping push the cart up the hill? Because you have to go uphill in this mine the whole way. Carlo.
I'll drag the cart, I guess.
All right, so Zen and Carlo are hauling the cart, and then Droopy's right in front of them.
Actually,
Love
wait,
it.
let me make an in check for Droopy to see if she's clever enough for that. I always forget the R. No, she has no clue what to do here. The idea was to see if the pebbles are small enough to fit into the rib cages. So, but she is dumb as a brick. So,
Yes, Droopy is.
I'll push
Five
the cart.
intelligence?
yes,
I'll push the cart. I'm not gonna pull it.
my herbalism check is at
That's
plus
what
3.
donkeys do.
All right, so you guys continue moving up this mountain path, this mountain mine. Eventually, after maybe a half an hour of trekking, going God knows how far, since there's no real good measure of distance in here, since your vision is so limited. Droops, you see before you is this like hastily assembled barricade. It looks like various rocks have been like kind of pulled onto the sides, funneling anyone that might pass through it through this like narrow 5-foot gap. And then, the walls are maybe 5 feet high as well on either side. So it's kind of like this. If the tunnel is maybe 10 feet wide here, it's like 2.5 or 3 feet of rocks on either side that have been built up to provide like cover. And in the middle have been laying an old mine cart that's just been like knocked over on its side in the middle of the path.
Looking this over, was this meant to keep people in or out?
It's a good question. I don't know how one would answer that. What would be a sign of someone being used to keep people in or out?
Where does there seem to be more activity, more footprints on which side?
That requires a careful inspection. That requires you to approach it to, melee range.
Wait a minute. Someone could hide behind each side in an ambush.
Very possible.
Oh yeah, I should probably check something else instead of that.
I'm gonna do perception.
You can't change your spells halfway through the day.
No, I forgot to change a spell, which I would not have taken. I just noticed that it is still there. I mean, I cast Sacred Guardian. I did not replace it. That's the thing. I cast it before. You have to say, I just forgot to change it because I would not have it normally. You say?
Oh, yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
never
try to
put
do
my
perception
spells
to see
in,
if I hear anything that might be hiding behind the barricade.
Go ahead, make me a perception check.
Neal, you have to say it.
I'll let you play it however you want to play it.
Okay. I still have it because Neal does not like changing spells. Man.
Rob, it's pretty quiet. You can hear dripping water.
Wait a minute.
Hear...
Can I actually cast it on myself?
I'm gonna
I got
take
an idea.
the continual light pebble that he
Okay,
gave
so
me,
it's like-
and I'm gonna toss it on the other side of the barricade, so that anybody who's over there who suddenly gets illuminated is probably gonna be startled. I think
Right.
the jig is up.
You hurl the little pebble. It tumbles through the air, clatters on the other side. Silence.
All right, I'll lean down to figure out. Do you smell anything strange,
I'm
boy?
going.
Make a perception check for your puppy.
puppy.
Or touching when it dies.
Oh God, Neal.
Neal always going on about touching puppies.
That's a close command. That's not quite the right command, but I like where you're going with it. Wow, your dog is on point today. There's a low growl, like a very low, gentle growl, not the like something is right here and about to attack us growl, but more of the like I smell something that I don't like, you know.
Droopy will stop the others for a moment and cast Sacred Guardian on herself, because it does not specify it has to be another creature.
So she can know if she's in danger?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Hold up.
She has a danger detector now.
Basically,
Hold up. I just got an idea, Neal.
Yeah.
I'm gonna like turn the cart around and just start pushing it in front of us, so it's like a barricade in between us and any enemies.
So you can go first.
All right.
Will you have Droopy in the cart with her crossbow? Like a turret?
It's like a mobile barricade.
Yeah.
It's a tank.
Yep.
All right.
It's a Koibu tank. Yeah, that's a Koibu definition of a tank.
Okay, you start pushing this cart forward with Droopy in it with a crossbow. Droopy comes all the way up to this wall and looking over, because you can't pass through it yet. That old minecart's blocking the way. Looking over, you see nothing. No people, no miners, no monsters. It's just empty. Now, how would you like to determine whether or not it's meant to keep people in or out?
I'm basically trying to see if there's...
What side is the minecart on?
It is on the opposite side from where you are.
Is it made out of metal?
The minecart is wood, but it's like trimmed in copper in certain areas to hold it together. But it's a wooden cart. It would be easy for you guys to move. It would take a little bit of work, but you could shove it to the side.
But there's like mine tracks there, so it's not like a floor trap.
No, it's like the minecart has been dragged from some other part of the mine and placed here because there's no mining cart rails anywhere. Someone definitely went out of their way to haul this thing up here and dump it.
Look on the map, see if there's anything about this.
No, nothing about this is on the map.
Good.
Are there like scratches, or is there expended arrows? I'm looking for signs that could indicate anything here.
Why doesn't Carlo give me a perception check?
Can Zen look?
Sure, Zen can also give me a perception check.
Well,
No,
that's
Zen.
not. I'm too busy like just staring at the cart.
You guys don't notice anything unusual about this setup.
There's
Not
There's
a
nothing
one of
unusual.
you.
Time to go on.
There's no sentry gun that's expended all its ammo.
Nope. There's no gargoyle sitting menacingly on the side, blended in with the stones.
No dead bugs lying on the floor
Nope.
like they've been shot down.
There's no oddly placed carpet for you to walk across.
Are there ceiling panels by which something could circumvent the barricade and thus get inside the room?
Nope, not that you can see.
All right, let's move this cart. There's nothing here.
All right. You guys move the cart and proceed upward. It's more slow going, pushing the cart, because every time it bumps into something, you have to like move around and lift the front wheels and then keep going, but you can do it. It's just slow going. Everything continues forward until Droops, you're in the front. Can I get you to make me a perception check, please?
Oh, another one.
Yes, please, ma'am. There we go. You hear this like shifting of rocks from up ahead, kind of like this like crumbling of things, or like a rock has moved and rolled slightly from up ahead, just enough and time enough to like catch yourself to not be surprised. You know, you're alerted to the movement of something up ahead as a crossbow bolt fires in your direction, embedding itself in the front of the cart. It is followed by another 2 crossbow bolts as well, all of which embed themselves in the front of the cart.
I mean, Droopy has like half cover at least
Right.
from the cart.
A good crossbowman would now return fire. Droop is just going to drop behind into cover.
All right. I think this is at the point at which we roll initiative.
Can we see what it is?
Not yet.
Well,
It's beyond
that
your
one
60
throw
foot.
rock.
It's beyond your 60-foot radius of light.
All right. Well, we each have a pebble out, so I say, Droopy, throw your pebble up ahead.
Okay, firstly initiative. So, can one throw the pebble as a free action, basically? If you're not.
Nope.
Okay.
Sure. I mean, you can.
Just lazily.
Yeah, why not? I mean, it's already in your hand. As you're just tossing a pebble, rounds are a minute long. You can chuck a pebble. That's fine.
So, what kind of spell would? Yeah.
But you have to do it on your turn. You can't do it ahead of your initiative.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know what's going on with me today. So.
I mean,
Rob?
my turn's going to be waiting until Droopy
I'm
throws the
looking
pebble
to
and I can see
start
something.
weapon speed.
God, Zen, you always roll really, really well on initiative. I don't know what the deal
Yeah,
is.
Zen rolls well on initiative. It's just what happens.
Where's the
I mean,
frickin-
granted, the one spell time helps, but
Yeah, but you're always rolling like 1s through
Sorry.
4s for your initiative, for your D10.
yeah.
Where's frickin' dart? Dart. There we go. Weapon speed 2.
Okay.
Like it mattered.
Ew.
Just because I'm kind of in XCOM fever, I'm now currently playing XCOM music for everything. So I have no XCOM music in the background for me.
Zen, you go first, but you wait, right?
Yeah.
All right. Next
Yeah, I
up
wait
is
until I can see
one
something.
of these creatures. It comes running downhill at you on all fours. It's clearly lizard-like. It's got this like brass-colored sheen to it, or bronze or copper-colored. You know, one of those copper alloyed colors to its scales. It has a short sword grasped in its teeth as it runs along the ground on all fours, flapping its wings behind it to pick up speed before it jumps and leaps onto the cart or towards the cart at Droopy, drawing its sword and making an attack. It leaps over the cart because it has way too much momentum for coming down the hill. Droopy, what weapon are you drawing?
Drawing.
Yeah, you rolled a 4 for initiative. What is your action?
I'm casting a spell.
All right, no opportunity attack because you don't have your weapons in hand. But the creature goes over the cart, completely missing the attack with Droopy, and landing after it glides for a little bit somewhere behind Carlo. And then Droopy's turn.
Dog time.
Droopy's turn?
Yeah.
Doopy.
Battle fate.
Droopy is battle
And
fated.
I chucked the rock.
Pebble.
What is the duration of battle fate?
It's I think 2 rounds. Yeah, 2 rounds per level, and it changes every round. So
So, about how many you are? What level?
5
rounds.
So 10 rounds. I noted. I track it. So let me roll d6 just to see what bonus I have for this round. So I have no bonus. No
Excellent.
effect.
You cast Battle Fate, and are you also hurling a pebble?
Yeah.
All right. The pebble gets hurled, lands as far as Droopy can throw it, illuminating down the hall 2 more of these creatures. One of them is reloading a crossbow. The other has its short sword in its teeth and is starting to run down the hall towards you. Zen, you had an action for when Droopy throws. What is your action?
I'm gonna shoot 1 magic missile at the crossbow one.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, no, 2 at the crossbow, 1 at the sword. So
Okay.
crossbow guy takes 7.
All right. The crossbow guy takes the shots and stops loading its crossbow and just kind of stares at you. And the other one takes 2 points of damage.
Takes 2.
Lovely. Next up is the other guy who comes running down, sword in teeth, hopping, trying to land on like the inside the cart to attack Droopy. Oh god, completely misses as well, but this time lands inside the cart rather than beyond the cart. So now it goes like Droopy, Monster, Zen, Carlo, and Dog, and Monster. And it's Carlo's turn.
All right. I'm gonna drop my darts and pull my sword. It's right there, and I'm gonna give Figaro the kill command, and I'm gonna sword this guy.
All right, make me a roll to hit.
Okay, I have 2 swords, and I guess I'm the last person. Should I just roll them both?
2 sword dual wielding happens at the same time.
Okay.
Yeah, and you are the last to go. So
Yeah. All right. So let's see here. Did I? No. And all right. Either did the 13 hit?
no, the 13 does not hit. It clatters off of the creature's leather armor, or it's it has some sort of hybrid armor.
Okay.
Provides it with AC. I guess it's scale mail. It clatters off the creature's scale mail.
All right, and then Figaro misses also.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
So as far as for backstab, can that happen when flanking occurs, or?
Are you using
only-
the rules as written backstab?
I went rules as written because I was like trying to figure out your
My custom
expansion,
thief.
and I didn't feel like I adequately understood it to do it right.
So the rules as written thief backstab has to be like the target can't know you're coming. It's got to be like you get the drop on someone and you're like shanking them before they know it's happening.
Mm-hmm.
In the middle of combat, it won't work.
A2
Okay.
Brutus. Where's my pencil?
All right, but is there a bonus for flank attack? As in,
Yeah, +1 to hit for flanking.
All right, so I'm gonna also take a step move so that Figaro and I are flanking this monster.
Okay. That's what that weird thing is. I had 2 music tracks going at this. Now one of them stopped for no reason. So we'll figure it out. It'll sort itself out. Let's roll initiative.
So one is standing right in front of Droopy.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. So what is the... You know, it's been a while since I looked up the speed of my shovel. Time to shovel someone.
Why is our music not playing? Come on, Lost Mind track. You're a great little piece of sound. Fine. Fine. Won't use you. Back to Clash of Kings.
Oh God, Zen, save us! God, you're rolling so well. How do you do it?
Zen,
It's Zen.
you're first.
All right, I pull out my dagger.
You pull your dagger out.
All bets
God.
are off when the wizard pulls out his dagger.
It's a back attack against this guy, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It's facing Droopy.
Wait, no magic wizard. No, Droopy is scared. Oh, God. Droopy sees Zen pull out the dagger. Ah! No!
16 hit.
Hits.
Oh, God.
5 damage.
Oh my God.
It's a magic dagger.
It is. That's beautiful.
Does he just slit its throat?
No, but you plunge the dagger deep into its scaly side, through its armor, and it gives like a as it suffers pain and suffering. It decides to change its target from Droopy to Zen.
Yeah, because I'm a kobold.
Oh yeah, and this other guy just stabbed the crap out of it. I mean, at first you were the only thing it could really see, so it was going after you. Now there's a wizard stabbing it with a magic dagger. So it turns around and plunges its short sword towards Zen with a 15 to hit.
Miss.
16 because of high ground because it's on a cart.
Neal, it's a small creature, isn't it?
No, it is a medium-sized creature.
It's a small cart?
Standing on the cart,
Yeah.
not hitting its head.
Yeah, because we said the mine here is about 10 feet wide. So it's about maybe not quite 10 feet tall, but maybe 7 feet tall. Yeah. And it's uphill.
All right, I guess that's a hit.
16 is the magic number, I see.
Oh, God, please don't go down.
It stabs you for 5.
All right,
Are you okay?
I mean, I'm down to
And
3.
who is next? Droopy goes at 12 and Rob goes at 14. So the next one is the creature battling Rob and Figaro. Now which one it wants to attack more? Rob, why don't you roll me a d6? 1, 2, 3, it goes after you. 4, 5, 6, it goes after Figaro.
All right.
Okay, don't worry. If he dies, I can reanimate him.
It goes after Rob. The creature
well.
takes a stab at you for a 12
Bye.
to hit.
Miss.
All right. Droopy's turn.
Hold on.
Okay.
Neal. Could I argue it has high ground, but I'm also was pushing the cart, so I have half cover?
Oh, first of all.
No, I think high ground always implies some level of cover from the person below it, right? Like if its
Bonus
feet are
six.
at your belly, it can never ever get to your feet. You know what I'm saying?
I have now bonus of 2 to my AC for this round. I have now 18 AC. And I take my shovel. Boing. Back attack.
Yep.
I have... No. And I point at the creature. Destroy the lizard! And my
Oh.
rats.
Your rats launch themselves at the lizard creature. Roll me some attacks. Complete misses.
Then the scats.
Oh my god.
2 hits and they
Back
don't-
attack, maybe.
They're
Oh, yeah,
crawling
back
all over.
attack.
I'll give it a +1 for something like that. 2 hits
it
and
crit?
1 crit.
Okay, that's 4 damage. The crit does double damage, so it's 1 plus 1.
Excellent. The creature is badly wounded, leaking this weird fluid from all over its body. Last but not least is Carlo and Figaro.
All right. So I have weapon expertise with the longsword, which actually I've got 2 longswords, but I guess I only get 3 per 2 with the main one, correct?
Right.
All right. So just 3 attacks.
Dual wielding long swords. Ugh.
Haha!
I mean, at least I'm not
it's like-
dual wielding lances, right?
Rob, you're basically dual-wielding lightsabers right now. You're...
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
beautiful shot.
Nice.
Oh, God. Oh, my God.
Well,
you're
that's 2 hits, no crits, unfortunately.
Flanking?
I think flanking's already included in that.
Is it? Okay.
No, I didn't put the flanking into there. But
How are you
whatever.
getting +2 to hit?
Plus 1 for strength, plus 1 for weapon of choice.
Ah. Well, actually, no. The creature attacked Rob, so Rob's not flanking it. So roll me your damage.
So 7 total.
7 total. All right, this creature is also badly wounded.
And Figaro.
And Figaro.
Which has a flank.
Yes.
2.
Figaro gets distracted and starts peeing on a rock for the rest of the round.
Okay.
Still a puppy, you know, training could be a little bit better. Let's roll initiative.
Also, I probably kind of get constant memory flashes right now. We are
Of
in
you and
danger.
Zen constantly in danger.
Basically, I have a voice mat. Your allies are under attack. Your troops are under attack. Oh.
12, 8, and the good old Zen roll of 11! Finally. The thingy that's stationed between Zen and Droopy continues
Covered with rats.
covered with rats. That's actually a good point. It's going to leap over Droopy and start scrambling back up the passageway, trying to shake the rats off of it. Zen, that's going to give you an opportunity attack at +2 because its back turns to you.
Oh, it's dead. It's dead.
You definitely crit it. Please roll me double damage. It could survive.
Oh.
It survived. No, wait. I was looking at its initiative. It dies.
And the rats feast on the body.
Yeah.
Everything okay, Rob?
Mm-hmm. That's from my eyes.
Okay.
Next up is 12. No. Droopy goes at 8.
So, I can't shovel anyone.
But Zats.
I command them to attack the...
So they were like crawling all over this guy. Yeah, and then the guy died at your feet.
Also, they have a movement speed of 15, so...
I need you to... How many Zats and... How many of these creatures do you have?
I have 2 Zets and 6 Scats.
Okay, I need you to make me a roll of 90-20 for me. No, it's at 8d20. Roll a d20 for each one of your creatures.
Okay. Oh, so they're not crushed or what?
Yeah, just roll me a d20. I'll tell you what happens later.
Okay, so 6, 12, 8, 5,
Okay.
8, 18, 4, 7.
So a single one of your scats moves and goes to attack the other creature. Go ahead and roll me a roll to hit. A 12 is a miss.
Is it back attack?
Even a 13 would be a miss. Even a 14 would be a miss. You need a 16.
Okay. Okay. And Ruby's just going to hunker down.
Okay.
Grabbing.
It is Rob's turn. Carlo's
I should-
turn.
Should probably.
All right.
I'm sorry, Zen goes before Carlo. My mistake.
Okay.
Alright, well, since the creature's dead, I just, drop the dagger, making sure I watch where it goes so I'm not losing the magic dagger, Neal.
Fuck, I am
And then
Remember to
I
say you
throw-
pick it up later.
I will. Then I 2 magic missiles at the guy with the crossbow. And
Okay.
one at the one fighting him.
Roll me your damages
8 damage,
against crossbow.
Yep.
Excellent. And
4 damage against that other one.
okay. As you're firing, give me a perception check. They're in the middle of combat, Zen, looking over the cart, past the dead thing, past Droopy, towards the crossbow guy. You notice that his pose has not changed. So as your magic missiles are hitting him, he's still in mid-reload staring at you. Like he stopped everything just to glare at you and hasn't moved for the last 2 rounds.
Yeah, I figured something was off when he didn't launch crossbow.
Yeah.
Did he just die standing?
the one hits the one next to Rob. And Carlo, I think, well, why don't you give me a perception check too?
All right. Nope.
Yeah, 10.
All right.
Yeah, I'm rolling poorly on every perception roll.
That's great. That means you're saving your good rolls for later. It's your turn, Carlo.
Because that's
The
how
20 on
probability works.
combat.
It is. That's how probability works. I'm
could
losing
be
so
an
much.
illusion.
I'm about to win any moment now. I can feel it. I'm getting lucky.
It could be an illusion.
All right,
Or someone petrified it.
Your
unless
beast
my
is
magic-
staring you down, Carlo.
All right. It's just staring. It's not moving now.
No, it's not moving. It's just staring at you.
If it's not moving, I'm going to just sort of experimentally push my sword through its face to see if it's an illusion.
Your sword collides with something as hard as stone, and the creature has absolutely no reaction. And it dawns on you that this creature is literally turned to stone. It's literally just
God, I
petrified
was-
before you.
I was right. Oh my god. Oh no.
Oh god, what is it?
I go, interesting.
I will.
Does it have
Come here.
Pick up my dagger.
Good.
Wait, okay, so there's, I mean, its wrists are fairly thin, right?
Like their normal creature-sized wrists. Yeah.
I go, were there any mining tools back on the other side of the barricade?
There were not. No.
Okay, I go, Droopy, could I borrow your shovel for a second?
He looks at you questioningly. Raises an eyebrow.
I want to see
Wait,
something.
Neal, I immediately looked. Did his rats turn to stone?
No, but you notice that many of them are like trapped because this creature, the creature that you killed, like it started to leap and then it got killed and just fell. But all its clothing, everything it was carrying on it was turned to stone too. And now the rats are like trapped in between layers of stone.
Yeah, oh.
Like, you know, it's under the creature's cloak and the cloak is turned to stone and now the rat is just like stuck. Except it's undead, so it doesn't make any noises.
Even the skeleton rats are quite agile. They are not.
I mean, yeah,
don't
like
have
a
Yeah.
rats can squeeze through very small spaces.
Yeah, but these
Yeah.
are zombie rats and skeleton rats. They're not quite the same.
Even more
And
flexible.
I did roll a bunch of. I had you roll a bunch of checks, and you rolled like 6s and 5s and 8s and 7s and 4s. They did pretty badly on those checks.
Can I will try to help some of them out. Like
Can I borrow the shovel?
she.
Or actually, there's some big rocks here. I mean, this is
Definitely.
mine.
Oh yeah, you're in mine. There's
I'm-
tons of rocks.
I'm just gonna grab like the biggest rock I can pick up, and try to break off the creature's hand at the wrist.
It snaps off without a problem.
Okay, just want to disarm our enemies here in case they turn back.
Hold on, Neal. The short swords turned to stone.
Yeah, everything was carrying petrified alongside it.
Dang, no loot.
You wanted to sell the weapons to the miner.
Yes, I did.
Neal, I would try to use my shovel to kind of crack some stone on it and free my rats.
Sure. You start using your shovel to try and pry bits of the stone apart when the statue before you just kind of crumbles to dust. Around the same time that the one Rob is standing next to and has disarmed crumbles to dust. And as it crumbles to dust, the short swords return to their metallic state,
Ooh, more short
as does
swords.
the armor.
Droopy
So
looks at
that's
her
how many crossbows? Short swords?
There are 0 crossbows directly around you, and there are 2 short swords and 2 like awkward sets of scale mail. Like they have holes cut in the back of them for wings to go through, making them like pretty useless to most people. It's like
Sell it to blacksmith as base parts for scales.
Maybe. Yeah, you might be able to sell it for parts.
Droopy just as the creature, the stone crumbles, Droopy looks at a shovel. Great work, Droopy. Your shovel basically disintegrates in all creatures. And all the reds are free, I suppose.
Yes, they're all fine.
So back into their positions.
What do you do?
So,
What kind of creatures are these, and why would they turn to stone and then dissolve? That can't have been their plan.
I don't know, but I'm kind of hurt, and I have less than optimal spells for these creatures.
All right, I'll go ahead and do a healing roll on them like that. I can cure 1 hit point.
If it was done within the very next round of combat.
I think it's 1. Isn't it 1 to 2 or something? But if it's within an hour,
No, that's how much you heal.
You heal 1 to 2 HP if it's done within the next round of combat. The round with it right after it was moved in.
don't worry. Droopy just goes up to you and uses 3 Oracents to heal you for 3 HP.
Alright, still down 2.
I think there's still some healing you can do with the healing proficiency, even though if it's not immediate, it's just not as good.
You can help them regain HP in the long term, I believe.
Actually, you know what? Droopy does use 5 Oracents.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
But guys, realistically, I've got like a color spray, gaze, reflection, light, invisibility, web, which might be useful, fireball, fly, and knock. And I don't want a fireball inside this cave. Probably best I didn't take this.
If they tend to wound within 1 hour of its infliction, they can heal 1 point with a successful check.
Really? 1 hour? Have I been reading that wrong my entire life?
1 to 3 is if you do it the next round, basically.
Oh.
Hold on, I need to take a look at this.
This is skills and powers. It's page 99, but the skills are supposed to be the same.
Is that a spell? Healing word?
No, healing check.
Oh, oh yeah. So if you make the check, Ruby will only use 6 Oracents. 4
So
Oracents.
that is an improved version of the. They updated a lot of these skills to make them stronger in these skills and powers. We can go ahead and roll with that. I'm fine with that.
Oh, cool.
All right.
Go ahead and make a healing check. But I believe it can only be used on 1 character once per day. Or only once per day on each character.
Yeah, only once per day on each character.
Yeah. Perfect. You fail your healing check.
So I use 5
Zen
Oracents.
I
has
haven't
strange
done it
anatomy.
yet.
That 16 isn't your healing check?
No, that was
Oh.
a perception.
No, that's perception.
Oh, my mistake.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Oh, yeah,
I healed the shit out of him.
Yeah, you roll a 31. You heal 2 HP, actually.
Okay, Ruby only loses 3 Oracents.
All right.
She licks your face.
I say,
And your wounds disappear.
barely stepped in here. If we want to go back out and re-memorize your spells, I mean, why don't we do that?
I mean, let's put it this way. If I know we're going to be facing creatures like this, I can more adequately prepare with different types of spells.
Then let's go out, rest, and re-memorize your spells, and then we'll come back in.
Wait a minute.
It's a cave. It doesn't matter if we go in at night or daytime or tomorrow.
Good point.
Rob logic.
Good point.
It makes sense.
But first, I think we should go like 30 feet ahead or whatever it is, pick up that continual 8 pebble and whatever that creature had.
Yeah, well,
Sure.
that's probably another 80 or 90 feet ahead of you. Not
But we
30.
can see the area up there with the pebble.
Definitely, totally, you can see it. Not a problem.
It's well lit.
Okay.
It's very well lit, as if it were daylight.
Yes.
Right. You continue deeper into the mountain,
By 90 feet, pick up the items and then turn around.
and then you exit the mountain, making it outside safely into the daylight.
So what was it? 3 crossbows?
Yes, it is 3 crossbows and an extra short sword, and the
And
extra
scale
awkward
mail.
armor. Yeah.
How about we go back, sell the item? Who cares about the egg?
It's
all
half
right.
on you.
Just find a rock, use the mining tools to make it roughly egg-shaped.
Screw that. Just become miners. There's just gold in there's metals in this mountain. You can just take for yourselves.
Yeah, I mean, they're not using the mine.
Why would you risk your life to kill things for money when you could make it safely by having a regular day job? Make sure you get that health insurance from your employer.
And don't. It doesn't matter if someone dies. Droopy can just return Farmer Bob to his work, and he doesn't even need to get paid then.
Hey, let's just make an army of undead to do our mining for us. That way we can reduce our labor costs.
Our health
skeletons taking a job
under the Affordable Cleric Act.
So let me just
Affordable
research.
Cleric Act. Oh.
Yes, the ACA.
Oh, and on that note, we're gonna go to our break. We'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.